Sorry, not sure what happened with the video. Might be just my service, but I was showing you what we were doing to get our broccoli cheese casserole ready. So those of you who had joined me, I hope you got the notice and are coming back here. So so we did our rice here. We took a full bag of frozen broccoli florets and got those kind of blanching. And then we have our mixture here. And what this is onion and celery that we sauteed in some butter. So onion and celery we sauteed in some butter. And then we added to it some Velveeta cheese. So probably you buy the 16-ounce block of Velveeta. This was what, Mom, like a third? Yeah, about a third of the Velveeta cheese. So we are mixing everything. Cool part about, broccoli cheese casserole is that once it gets to the casserole dish, it's pretty much everything is finished cooking. So that's the cool part about it. So it doesn't take long to go there. So what we're doing now is we're adding our rice to the casserole dish, and we're pretty gonna layer all of these ingredients in that casserole dish and just put it in the oven to kind of finish baking there. All right. So if while we're getting that ready, Mom, if you help me kind of take out the turkey wings and let's uncover those. So for our turkey wings, we're baking some turkey wings, and all we did with those was season them with our Tony Chachere seasoning. We put some fresh onion and celery on top of that. We also put a little water in the pan, and then we have covered those in foil, and we put some parsley in there too. And we covered those in foil and put those in the oven, and they have been baking for about 30-35 minutes here, our baked turkey wings. And so now that we have had those in the oven baking, you can see here, just fork tender now, fork tender. Just fork goes in those nice and smooth there. And now we want to uncover those. See, look at that, fork goes right through it without even trying. So we want to uncover those and put those back in the oven. Okay? So that's our broccoli cheese casserole getting started. We got our turkey wings ready to go back in the oven, uncovered. And then we are going to move over to our Parmesan sweet potatoes. So we took our bag of frozen broccoli and blanched those in some hot water on the stove. We cooked rice, regular cooking that. And then we had our rice. It's in the cheese mixture. That? Okay. All right. So now we're gonna put our turkey wings back in the oven. And our oven is at 400. And now that our cheese mixture is finished, again, that's Velveeta cheese and onion and celery. You don't need to add any salt to this because that Velveeta cheese is already really salty. So there's no need to add any extra salt to that. Do you put any other seasoning in there, Mom? So no other seasoning in there. The cheese and the celery and onion.
And the soup.
And it also has a cream of mushroom soup in it, which that cream of mushroom soup also has a high salt content. So you're not going to need to add any extra seasoning to that. All right, Cousin Sue says looks good. Remember you met Cousin Sue at the funeral? tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she says, hi, Cousin Sue. All right, so we got our broccoli cheese. My mom is just kind of breaking up the clumps of rice that are in there. And do you sprinkle any cheese on top, or you just bake it just like that? Just bake it. And how long do we bake this?
I don't know.
Okay. So we just smoothing over.
350 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes.
All right, so she said 350 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. All right. Okay, so we got that ready. And then, Mom, we'll go over here and do our sweet potatoes. So now we're gonna go do our Parmesan sweet potatoes. And then we'll have a nice, well-rounded Sunday dinner. And so come help me with this. All right, so we're gonna do our sweet potatoes. So we're gonna take so we took 4 sweet potatoes and we have cubed them. All right, so we're not gonna pour that in yet. So what we wanna do is add to our bag. We have some Parmesan cheese, some olive oil, some parsley, some garlic pepper. We got some Italian seasoning and some garlic powder. Now the only thing is we don't have any fresh garlic here in the house. I thought we did. So I would, instead of using the garlic powder, I would use fresh garlic if I had some. But we don't have any, so we're gonna make this do. So Mom, what I want you to do is put about 2 tablespoons of everything in the bag. All right? Yeah, put the dry stuff first. Okay, so we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of pretty much everything that I named, except we're gonna put 4 of the Parmesan cheese. Okay, she's shaking that in there. Okay, our garlic. And once we add all of the dry ingredients, then we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of the olive oil and then a half stick of butter. All right, and it needs to open though. Yeah, and then we have some Italian seasoning we're adding also. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of that Italian seasoning. You see, we down south. If I was at home, I would probably be using these measuring spoons. You see, she don't need to do that. She just measures it out. All right, same thing. Is that, yeah, I'll open that. All right. So for the Parmesan cheese, though, we're gonna put 4 tablespoons of the Parmesan cheese. Okay, we got the hand measuring. That's 1. That's 2.
Oh, that's more than a toothpaste.
That's all right. You know how I think cheese and bacon make everything good, so it won't hurt if we got a little more. Okay, so now we want to put some olive oil in there. You don't have to shake it yet. We'll get it mixed when we put the liquid in there.
How much olive oil?
2 tablespoons of olive oil. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's good. That's good. And now I want to add the butter. So we had some butter I put in the oven and let it melt down, and that was a half stick. So now we want to close that up and just mix the bottom around. And once you mix the bottom around, then we're going to put the potatoes in the bag and make sure that they're fully coated. So just do it at the bottom, and yeah, we're going to make sure all of that stuff is mixed. And it's almost gonna create like a little paste with the Parmesan cheese in there. And that's gonna coat all over our sweet potatoes. Yep, so now we wanna start adding our sweet potatoes to the gallon-size Ziploc bag. And again, I did about 4 sweet potatoes today. And we're gonna bake these on 400 for about 20-25 minutes. And you can check them to make sure that they're fork tender. But this is kind of a different take on our sweet potatoes. Instead of doing a regular on the stove sweet potato, you know, with all of the sugar in it, this is gonna be a nice kind of change of a dish. Still gives you that delicious kind of home feel, but without all of the sugar today. So we got all of our sweet potatoes in, and now we're just gonna try to make sure that all of those sweet potatoes get that mixture on it in there. Okay. So it'll probably take us a while because we've done 4 whole sweet potatoes to kind of make sure that mixture is in there and tossed around. But once you get everything kind of mixed and tossed around, you'll take a cookie sheet, line it with foil, spray it with cooking spray, and then put that in the oven, 400 degrees, 20 to 25 minutes. And it's as simple as that. It's gonna come out just that beautiful orange color. The butter and cheese are gonna give it a little caramelization to the top. And then the flavor of the garlic and Italian seasoning is going to give that nice little punch to it that you would want to complement the rest of your food. Thank you, sous chef. So basically, we got all of our food pretty much prepared. Now we got to let the oven do the work. And I'll make sure that I post a picture here when we're finished. Okay, so we got our potatoes being mixed. You can see there that the green color of that Italian seasoning in there, and the cheese touching it. We got our broccoli cheese casserole here. We're gonna stick that in the oven, and then I just showed you our turkey wings that we had in the oven for 45 minutes covered, and now we put them back in the oven uncovered so that the top can brown for another 15-20 minutes, and those will be ready. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back, and